Hi guys, welcome back. All right, so this is going to be a single storyline. This one will probably be a little bit shorter than usual because I still have 4 zodiacs that I have got to complete some individual zodiacs reads for. So I'll do those immediately after this. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. In the single storylines is where we assume that our lead character is completely single. They're not dealing with exes. They're not wanting exes back, all that jazz. Sometimes we get love, sometimes we don't. It's always different. All right, but how do we begin? We have broomstick, we have cauldron. That's a nice little duo. It's a fitting pair. It's like somebody's getting ready for Halloween. Now, the broomstick represents sweeping out the old energy. So, very nice. And then the cauldron represents putting all kinds of new ideas. Hi, Flo. I'm so glad you're here tonight. Welcome. It's like putting our ideas in and letting them kind of like slosh together, stew together, marinate so that we're creating something. Our lead character is they may be cleaning house. Somebody could literally be okay, so this is weird. I have in my mind right now somebody who just like they're carrying like a tray of cinnamon rolls. I don't know if they made them. I don't that seems like it because I think they're carrying it in like a trivet in my mind's eye. I don't know if somebody is cinnamon rolls are things that you can fill with different items and then roll up and bake. So I'm picturing that in place of like the cauldron. But if somebody is like getting ready to host an event or have people come, so they're sweeping their house, they're kind of getting the energy set because they already know they're going to be, bringing in different friends, different individuals into their life. Somebody could be, preparing recipes or something even to get ready for some kind of I don't feel like it's a birthday party though. I feel like it's someone who is it's either a metaphor that they're getting ready to put all kinds of things together in their life, or someone is literally getting together like the meals that they're going to need for some kind of event. So interesting. Thank you, Flo. You're an angel. Thank you. Beacon of Light, hi, welcome. I'm so glad you're here live tonight. Hi, Leah Love. How are you, sweetie? All right, so our lead character, it looks like this has to do with the Ace of Wands. So they are very creative right now. This is awesome. And then we also have the Three of Wands. I always look at this Three of Wands like this bird is either holding his passport in his mouth or he's holding some kind of like plane ticket, or perhaps it's a very important message. But the Three of Wands is all about moving into the future. Somebody is planning something. Is that what it is? Are they planning a trip? Are they preparing for either people to arrive that are going to come visit them, or are they preparing to go someplace else? So it's kind of like, that how we like to clean our houses before we take a vacation, or at least I do, because I hate to come home to a mess. Even my own mess. I can tolerate it daily, but not after a vacation. I go figure. So crazy. I guess there is some Virgo in me after all that shines through. um, no, it just looks like our character is super excited about something. Our single individual is, I would argue that they are, if you notice, even the little skull vase that they've got, they put little flowers where the eyes should be. Somebody is really like turning their fortune around, turning their mindset around. Somebody's excited about whatever is next for them. But I do feel like it's preparing for an arrival or preparing for a departure. So let's keep looking at this. This is all down the road, though. That Three of Wands, I mean, it could be 3 months from now, 3 days from now, 3 weeks from now, but Three of Wands is just looking into the future. It doesn't really depict a timeline per se. Strength card is in the reverse. Oh, and the Three of Swords is in the upright. Hold on, hold on. Some of this could be a little bit difficult. Is somebody preparing? Is this like a family reunion or something 3 months from now, like summertime? And it's like, I know I'm going to be encountering someone that I'm going to have to see again, somebody who honestly didn't treat me very good. This is a particularly, I don't know, this Three of Swords card always like is such a powerful depiction. You notice how this little skeleton who's getting stabbed in the back, he's just sitting there like, yeah, I know. I know that's what you're going to do. And this guy, here's the craziest part. The one who is doing this poor little skeleton so dirty here, he has like a heart shape for his eye orbit, and yet it's inverted. And I always think this is somebody who does actually love this person, and the other person is just like, I don't get why you did me this way, but I knew you were going to. And there's something here, there's a little bit of a defeat energy and like, God, I'm going to have to see that person. And I really don't want to because it might still bother me. And I feel like, "Ah, JPV, thank you, sweetheart. That is so nice. Oh my gosh, I'm so honored you're here too. Thank you for that lovely donation. You're so generous. Thank you. Um, Now I feel like this person is like, I'm so excited. I've got something to look forward to, but then there's a bittersweet edge to this. Like we're going to have to encounter somebody that our lead character did not have a good time with. Oh, okay. And we have the moon card. Now this moon card is interesting because you notice she's here looking at herself in the reflection. I feel like somebody is you know how sometimes at those reunions, what's the first thing we think of at a reunion? Okay, how do I look? Have I aged? How is everybody else going to look? And you know what I'm going to say to this character? You're freaking beautiful. Don't you dare give that another thought. This is like I feel like the worry is like, man, I'm going to have to encounter somebody who already wasn't very polite, or maybe this is like a high school reunion, and it's like, gosh, I wonder how other people will perceive me. But that's kind of a worry that's just kind of kept a little quiet. And maybe even whatever hurt was dealt at one point was always kind of kept quiet. I don't know that our lead character wants to even put this on display. I want to give our lead character something brighter here. This is kind of a melancholy story, and I want to see. Let's go back to the idea that they've got something, to look forward to first, but then there's that one bittersweet edge to it. Oh, Ten of Swords, they're going to get closure at this thing. If somebody is going to be encountering an individual who, and this could be like a friendship that went south, this could be a relationship between a family member, this could be a romantic partner, whatever it is, there will be a chance for real closure here with that Ten of Swords, which that's a huge positive. Anytime we're going to re-encounter somebody. This could even be someone who's moving back to the town that they used to live in. And it's like, oh man, I'm probably going to bump into old so-and-so, my old high school best friend. And we had that falling out when they, weren't very nice to me or something. But, this is going to give somebody closure. Check that out. And we got the Justice card. I got to say, and I never read vindictive, but I will say this. Our lead character is going to be the one who ends up not only with the closure, but something's going to be settled. The score is going to be settled in their favor. Um, you notice on this Justice card that we actually have the light streaming in. This is like our character is going to be protected first off because that warm glowing light is shining in, and it's right here on this chair, and the chair doesn't have anybody in it, right? It's because our lead character is not going to be affected. They're worried that they might feel affected, or they're, pre living through some memories before they're like almost bracing themselves for, God, I'm going to have to deal with that person who caused me grief once upon a time. It's going to actually maybe be the best thing possible for them because it's not going to stir up old triggers and traumas. They're actually going to wind up with the upper hand. There, maybe that person isn't even going to be there because that person's more afraid to see our lead character, and that's also a karmic balancing. It's like sometimes when people have done not very nice things, it's they who carry the shame for all that time, and that could even be, sorry, I didn't shuffle those. They just fell because I was sloppy with holding my deck. I said deck. I just realized what that could have sounded like. Sorry. Sometimes I have the mind of like I don't know, like a teenager. Five of Cups. Five of Cups. Somebody else is the one who's been crying over this person, and this person does not even know it. Our lead character does not know. They may hear through the grapevine that whomever did wrong to them has expressed behind their back, never to their face, of course, but has expressed that they have serious regrets and that they don't want to face our lead character because of their own regrets of how poorly they must have treated our lead character at one point. That right there could be the huge sense of relief that our lead character is like, oh my gosh, you mean, you mean all this time they've carried around that embarrassment, that lump, that feeling that they did something that they've regretted. You know what? It's way worse to carry regrets That's what I always think. That to me is like that is already the karmic justice, because carrying around a regret, a shame, like that eats away. That is so heavy, you know? It's like wearing a backpack full of rocks. So it's weird because I feel like our lead character, they're about to find this out. They're about to find out that whoever hurt them has really I mean, it's too bad that they can't maybe step forward and say sorry, but I will still say this. They've been having an awful rough time. It does not look like our lead character is going to be facing them, not with that empty chair, but they will hear through the grapevine of like that person has not had an easy time of it. They've had a lot of regrets. Okay, I don't want to linger on that topic anymore because our lead character is simply getting closure. So what happens after that? Four of Wands. Wow, things keep looking up in this. This is amazing. I mean, I'm sorry, I know being vindictive doesn't sound like it's looking up, but you know what I'm saying. It's just closing doors of old memories that were hurtful. That is super positive. And then moving into there's some wonderful vibe here of a potential a potential romance number one, but okay, so if this storyline, because the vibe I get off of this is that somebody is either flying home, going to a family reunion, going back to a place where they're going to see people that they used to know. And I feel like not only do they close a chapter of something painful that had happened and really have things work out in their favor, I feel like there is some other, like, very sweet, like, confession that someone makes to our lead character. Like, boy, I've watched you on social media over the years. Man, lots of times I wish I could reach out to you, but you notice this person's like in a hoodie, and then our lead character is over here in this incredible, like kind of fancy ball gown. Um, it's almost like something out of a different time also, like 1800s or something. I feel like our lead character must have a lot of class to them, whatever however they conduct themselves. They may have set the bar pretty high, like they conduct themselves with grace. Maybe they are kind of like from a different time, you know, where there's just better manners, there's a more polite, you know, behavior, even like just the way our character conducts themselves could come across as very well put together. And it seems like someone has been watching them at a distance, like, wow, I've wanted so many times to reach out to you. I feel like we got I know this is a singles read and it's not supposed to be about old flames, but I don't know if this is an old flame at all. I feel like this is somebody who is just kind of revealing because they're watching her through a portal. Okay. That's why I said something through social media, something along the lines, or maybe somebody is like a newscaster or something where they're actually on TV, something where they can be seen on a screen. Seven of Pentacles, whoever this character is, they have wanted to tell our lead character for quite a while. Seven of Pentacles says they've thought about this for maybe 7 years. They've had a crush on our lead character. How do they feel about our lead character then? Like they would be so happy to be able to be in our lead character's life. They feel like the lead character makes them happy. Um, I mean, this is Leo energy. So our lead character may be a Leo or somebody with a Leo quality to them, right? So an action taker, somebody who's, you know, they may ride horses, but they could have a bit of a wild streak. Like our single individual here could always have had like a bit of you know, like that untamed sexy kind of vibe. It doesn't mean that they're like a rebel, but just someone who the way they live their life is kind of like according to their own creed that they live by. It's like not everybody's going to like me. I don't really care. I got my own stuff to do. I got my own places to go. I feel like our lead character has really they've lived according to their own set of guidelines, and I think that no wonder they are kind of, I'll say, lusted after by whomever this person is who's been kind of watching them from a distance. I feel like it's a maybe it's an old high school crush, or it's somebody who has for a very long time has admired this lead character. Now it doesn't have to be from that long ago. Maybe this is 7 months ago, not 7 years ago, but it is a character who is like, they're quite smitten and smitten for all the right reasons. I will say that they really like the way our our single individual. Oh, see, they feel like they're a soulmate, and they feel like they would like to be as brave as our single individual. They would like to take a leap of faith. I almost wonder, is it like, does the Leo travel light, or does our lead character, do they also travel light? Is this somebody who, like, maybe our lead character has been someone who's not very attached to things, or more attached to the idea of living life and having experiences? And of course, it's always admirable. Someone who tends to not make attachments that would take away any of their freedom. And I feel like whoever this is who's kind of fallen for our lead character, they they feel like, God, I wish you could teach me how to live that way, because I feel like I'm one of your kind, but maybe they haven't been living the same way our single individual has been. But they would like to take that leap of faith, lighten their load, kind of like join forces with our lead character to be able to experience this kind of life. Like, I feel like our lead character makes life look pretty graceful and pretty easy. Um, it probably isn't, because whose life is easy, right? But that attitude, that lack of being attached to things, that ability to live life more freely, that's really powerful. And that's how our single character is coming across. So no wonder they have, someone kind of falling for them who's observing this about them. That's that, or if the Leo doesn't travel light, or doesn't have to be a Leo, but our lead character, if they don't travel light, they at least have a way about them where they always still seem to be like, they live a life different than other people do. And they make it look a lot more fun. Okay, so 2 of Cups is in the reverse here. Only problem with all of this is, just because somebody wants you doesn't mean you want them. We've been describing someone who wants to come across as like, I think I'm your soulmate or a soulmate. Could you teach me how to live life better? Could I join you? And you notice how we have someone who's not really ready to live the way our lead character does. They want to be taught how to do it, because we have a kid standing here next to an adult. And here we have a Fool card, which is brave, but it also is still just about a teenager, right? And they've only got that little tiny stick with the knapsack. So I'm kind of inclined to say our lead character is like, it would, if I let this person into my life, I know they admire me, I know they're attracted to me, and I know they kind of want to, like, get into my lifestyle, but honestly, I don't know that I see them as my 2 of Cups. I don't see them as like a twin flame. I think I would maybe be in the position of being their teacher. I'm just not feeling the vibe like they're my passionate individual that I want to, have as a romantic partner. And that's totally fine, right? Knight of Swords, the Devil, and the 10 of Wands. Yeah, it's even like our lead character saying, whoa, slow your roll, cowboy, cowgirl. You're coming in pretty hot, pretty fast. And I'm starting to feel like this is a little bit of a, stage 5 Klingon with that Devil card. Like, this is somebody who sees what I got and they want a piece of it. And they really maybe even want me to help them make life nice. And while I don't want to be rude and give them the brush off, I don't know that I can have someone else's needs placed upon me, like where I'm supposed to like make their life happier. They're going to have to find that out on their own. So it really, to me, this really looks like our lead character is single because they want to be right now. Just because people admire them or want a piece of their energy, a piece of their life, does not mean that our single individual wants to take on someone under those circumstances. It's like, oh, you're my soulmate. And it's like, but I didn't say that you're mine, and you're coming in really fast and really hot, acting like you want to get into my life and have me teach you the ropes on how to live better. But, I'm not really a life coach, and I'm not looking for you to be a romantic partner, because I'm not feeling that vibe with you. I kind of feel like this is an interesting example of our character needing to put up the boundaries. And I think it weighs on them a little bit, but on the other hand, it would weigh on them way heavier if they were to have to piggyback somebody else around and show them the ropes on how to live a more authentic life. It's like, well, that's the point. You have to be authentic in who you are, not you see me and you go, wow, it looks like I'm having a good time. So now you want me to show you how to be like me. You got to be you. I kind of feel like this is an interesting story for our character. We've never had one quite like this, where they are, hi, Aries. Hi, baby. We've never had one quite like this. Did you need to come in? Hold on. I'm sorry. It's dog o'clock. Did you need to come up and say hi? You can. Okay. Or you can just stand there and stare at me. That's okay too. Whatever you need. You little gremlin. All right. So anything else for our lead character? Because I do feel like they're kind of shutting down somebody who wants to get in their life. Ooh, but I don't think they're going to shut this one down. We got a King of Coins coming in. Okay, that's a whole different vibe. Leah Love, thank you, sweetheart. You little angel. Thank you. You guys are so kind. Thank you very much. All right. Tell me about this King of Coins. King of Coins, High Priestess, and the Lovers. Yeah. Okay, so it's as if our lead character has been tested once, twice, and now the third time it's like, excellent. Now they're getting exactly what they wanted. So the first time they were tested is they're like, man, I'm going to have to go face somebody that hurt me. And I don't really like doing it, but I'm going to have to. And so they go ahead and do, and strangely, it gets them closure, right? And it turns out that person from the past who didn't treat them so good, they're actually the ones who've been hurting much more over all of this than our lead character. The next test is that someone else, possibly, again, it could be somebody from the past or someone who's just been attracted to them for a while, has wanted a chance with them, and our lead character is having to kind of lay it out and say, I'm sorry, but I don't want to be the teacher for you, and I don't feel like we're twin flames. And so that's our second test. Both times our lead character did something brave and put up boundaries, and now here's what they get for it. Here's the payout, because they stayed true to who they are, which is what this has all been about. Bruce Reed, thank you. Evaristopoli, thank you so much. That is so kind, Bruce. And 1111 is such an awesome number for a donation. Thank you guys, everybody, all of your kindness, all of your energy donation of just being present. Also, I appreciate it so much. But this King of Coins this is what our lead character was waiting on. They're single unless they see something that they like. When they see something that they like, they'll know it when they see it. Just like they have the courage to say, I don't feel that pull toward that previous person who was saying, I think you're my soulmate. And they're like, well, I don't think that you are I don't feel my energy wanting to, get tangled up with yours. I'll put it that way. However, this person, yes, please. This king, yes, please. This is exactly what I asked for. This is the kind of person I would choose. So it's interesting because our lead character is very, very good at knowing what vibe. Just because somebody wants them doesn't mean that they need to say, oh, okay, this person is interested in me, I should give them my time. No, this person is like, I wouldn't give, I don't want to lead anybody on and make them think that I'm interested when I'm really not, because I'm waiting for the thing that my instinct will tell me, my gut, my heart rate, my emotional state, all of those things will tell me when I meet that one that I've been waiting for. I love the fact that we have a character that knows themselves really, really well. And even when they're facing something that is difficult, letting somebody down, telling them no, thank you, all those things, they do it with such grace and integrity because they're like, nobody wants to be led on. Also, sometimes we have to face even the hurtful things that we've had to look at in our lives. Now this makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? Those first two cards. The broomstick was sweeping out old energy. We've seen our character do that in two ways. And then the cauldron, all of a sudden the cauldron makes sense with the Lovers card now, doesn't it? It's like, And in fact, they even look like they're sitting in a hot tub together with some strategically placed apple leaves. Well done, artist, on that deck, huh? But this is one of those things that I didn't think of it as two separate segments like that until now that we've seen our character sweep out the old energy and then welcome in the new. But again, all of this was possible only because our lead character stayed true to themselves. And I think that's such an admirable thing to do and such a tough thing to do, especially when, we don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, but we're not feeling the vibe and we're going to have to say no, thank you. I think that this character really is, that old adage, know thyself. They do. And they live by that code. And that's why they have a successful life, a fulfilling life, a happy life. And that is why they end up in the arms of the lover that they authentically would like. That's a really cool story. I always say that about the singles ones. I love them. They're so much fun. Hi, Sarah. How are you, honey? I'm so glad you guys popped by tonight. Thank you. Tammy, hello, sweetie. Baby Yoda, how are you? Baby Yoda's in the house. Ariana, hola, ¿cómo estás? CT Smith, oh, you're so kind. Oh my gosh, I just came in from walking my dog one more time, so I'm like, I'm a bit of a mess, but thank you. You're so sweet. Jojo, hi, I'm delighted you caught it live before bedtime. Anna Me, how are you? Thank you for the heart. Peaches and Poets, hey darling. J Phoebe, I'm glad you got a chuckle. Hey Carol, hey Dom. Jazzer Racing, hey, how are you? Norma, see, you knew I was going to say hey. I don't know why that's one of my favorite greetings. Hey. Anyway, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me. Oh, Somya, I'm glad you made it by. Hi, Fox Spirit. All right, so I still have 4 other zodiacs that I have to do tonight. And then I'm still going to do a part 2 on that bonus message. And we still have the today's topic video that has to get out. So probably the bonus message will come out quite late. But I will see you guys in those next couple of videos. Thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful evening. If you do enjoy my fictional storytelling, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. It lets me know you guys like the art and want to see more of it, and I'll keep doing it. Thank you guys again for your lovely energy and for the donations of your time, your energy, the tangible donations that some of you gave me tonight as well. Super sweet. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you. Jojo, I'll do the Gemini next, okay? That'll come up next. Johnny the Carnut, it's my pleasure. I'm glad you made it by. In fact, Jojo, I'll do the Gemini one live now, okay? So I'll see you over there. All right, I'll post it in just a minute. You're welcome, sweetheart.